Have you ever been so sure about something, only to find out you were completely, utterly wrong? Like you'd bet your favorite sock on it, and then, poof, it's gone. That feeling is usually pretty awful, a mix of embarrassment and frustration. But what if I told you that in that exact moment, a little party is starting inside your head, and your brain is the guest of honor? Today, we're exploring a strange idea, that your brain doesn't just tolerate being wrong, it secretly loves it. So let's set the scene. You're at a trivia night. The question is, what is the fastest animal on land? Easy, right? You smirk, nudge your friend, and say, the cheetah, obviously. But then the host says, actually, it's the peregrine falcon in a dive. But for land, it's the pronghorn antelope? Your jaw drops. The cheetah is just a sprinter. The pronghorn is the marathon champion. That feeling you get, that little internal thud, that's your reality hitting a pothole. For a split second, your model of the world, the one your brain has carefully built, just cracked. And according to science, that crack is where the magic happens. Think of your brain not as a flawless library of facts, but as a brilliant, constantly updating prediction machine. It's always building a model of how the world works. If I drop this pen, it will fall. The sun will rise in the east. The cheetah is the fastest. This model lets you navigate life without having to figure everything out from scratch every single morning. It's efficient. It saves energy, but it's not perfect. And it shouldn't be. So, what happens inside your skull when you encounter a delicious, humbling error? Let's break it down. Step 1. The system crash. The moment you realize you're wrong, there's a detectable "oh snap" signal in your brain, specifically in a region called the anterior cingulate cortex, or ACC. You can think of the ACC as your brain's internal fact-checker, constantly scanning for conflicts between what you expect and what actually happens. When you find out a cheetah isn't the fastest land animal, your ACC lights up like a pinball machine. It's basically sending an alert. Hey, we have a prediction error. The model is broken. I repeat, the model is broken. This feels uncomfortable, and that's good. That discomfort is the engine of learning. Step 2. The chemical reward. Now here's the twist. This error, this surprise, triggers a release of a neurotransmitter called dopamine. Wait, dopamine? The feel-good chemical? The one associated with pleasure, rewards, and winning? Exactly. We usually think we get dopamine when we're right, but groundbreaking research shows we also get a hit of it when we discover we're wrong. Why would your brain reward you for making a mistake? Because for your brain, information is a resource. Finding a gap in your knowledge isn't a failure. It's an opportunity. It's like your brain is a map maker, and you've just found a whole new island you didn't know existed. That new information is valuable, so your brain gives you a little shot of chemical motivation, a eureka sensation that says, pay attention, this is important, update the files. It's your brain's way of rewarding itself for getting smarter. Step 3. The rewiring. With dopamine acting as a highlighter, your brain now gets to work. It starts strengthening the new, correct neural pathways, pronghorn antelope, and weakening the old incorrect ones. This is neuroplasticity in action. Your brain is physically changing its structure based on this new, surprising information. The error literally reshapes your mind, making it more accurate for next time. You are, in a very real sense, upgrading your brain's hardware with every mistake you make and acknowledge. But let's be honest. This doesn't always feel great. So why does being wrong still feel so bad sometimes? That's the social part. The embarrassment, the fear of looking stupid, that's your social brain. Your ego kicking in. That's a separate system worried about your place in the tribe. But deep down, on a purely mechanical level, your learning brain is having a field day. It's feasting on new data. So here's the big reveal, the truly shocking part of this whole scenario. The people who are most successful, the most innovative, and often the smartest, aren't the people who are always right. They're the people who are really, really good at being wrong. They've trained their brains to lean into that "oh, snap" moment instead of running from it. They've learned to separate the social sting of embarrassment from the pure, cognitive thrill of discovery. Their ACC and dopamine system are like a well-oiled learning machine, constantly seeking out and celebrating the gaps in their own knowledge. They are, in a way, addicted to updating their mental model of the universe. They understand that being correct is a temporary state, but being wrong is where growth happens. So the next time you find out you've been mispronouncing a word for years, or you get a fact completely backwards in a conversation, don't just cringe and move on. Take a second. Listen to that little party happening in your head. Thank your brain for its weird, wonderful love of being wrong. That feeling is the raw material of intelligence. It's the signal that you are expanding, that your understanding of the world just got a little bigger, a little more interesting. Being wrong isn't a sign of a weak brain. It's the signature of a brain that's alive, curious, and actively learning. It means you're one step closer to a more accurate, and frankly, a more fascinating reality. If your brain enjoyed this little upgrade today, and you'd like to give it more fascinating information to chew on, do us both a favor, hit that like button. Subscribe for more journeys into the weird science of you, and let me know in the comments about a time you were gloriously, wonderfully wrong. I read every single one. Thanks for watching.